Boxing King Media in association with Box Raw. Delighted to be joined by Jordan Gill. Jordan, it's been a while. Have you spoke to anyone since your fight? I'm trying to think. You've kind of been low-key, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't think I've spoke to anyone.
Okay, well, it's a pleasure to be the first person to speak to you in 2024. Just before we talk about things, how was your Christmas and holiday period?
Yeah, it was wicked. Just chilled out, relaxed, went away for a week on holiday, and just got my feet up.
Anywhere nice?
Dubai.
Oh, wicked. What would you get up to in Dubai?
Just recharged, ate, and slept, and got some sun.
Good man. We'll pick up with your last fight, and as we were just talking about off camera, it's interesting. Obviously, you've gone in. Was it a 9-1 underdog?
Something like that.
Okay. Obviously, I think I spoke to you about it in the fight, and we kind of highlighted the fact that no one's giving you a chance. What's it like dealing with that kind of, I don't know if it's pressure or just knowing that you're going into, because you must have known you're going into a fight where nobody's giving you a chance. You as a boxer, you're going to look at the bookmakers' odds. How does that make you feel, and what goes through your mind when you're seeing that fight week?
Just makes you laugh, doesn't it? Because like boxing, anything can happen in boxing. And
does it put any doubts in your mind, though, when you're reading so many people saying, this guy ain't got a chance?
no, at first you think, am I deluded? Or like, because obviously you believe in yourself. But obviously, when no one else believes in you, you think, am I deluded? But then, like, you look at it more and you think, it doesn't matter. The odds are the odds, and I know I've got a plan. I know what I need to do, and if anything, it takes the pressure off. Because if you get smashed up, then everyone expects that anyway. So I don't care less.
You've obviously gone into the fight. Normally, we see your style of boxing. You box on the outside, but we saw you stand. Hold your feet, and willing to take shots on your arms and try and counter Michael Conlan. What was that the plan? Is that how you planned to win that fight?
Yeah, we had a clear plan from the start of camp, and we worked to the plan. And obviously, a lot of fighters train themselves to be the best version of themselves and just go in and deal with whatever opponent. Whereas like this time we're gonna be training for specific opponents, and everyone has their own weaknesses that can be exploited, and they're very good tactically in this gym to break down them weaknesses and exploit them. So that's what we did.
I'm curious about what you just said there, the tactics, because obviously, you'll see it online. Ben's known to do a lot of TV study and make up game plans. Are you able to give us any kind of input without giving all his work away? Was it Ben, was it Lee, was it like a team effort? Did you work on a specific shot? Because I think it'd be good to know that.
Yeah, definitely. I think it is a team effort. Lee Wiley's great with the video breakdowns. Ben and Barry implement it into the training, and then they coach you through the sparring whilst you're practicing them drills in the sparring. For the Conlan fight, we knew that he was high tempo. We knew that he skates around the ring a lot. We wanted him to do that. We wanted him to burn energy, and I wanted to land more to the body to tire him out later on. But I caught him early in the fight with the shot that we've been practicing, because especially when he's southpaw, he'll he'll block and then twist. When he's southpaw, he'll block and then twist, and it just opens him up for the 2-1, which is the right hand, left hand, and that's exactly the perfect shot that I caught him with. So different entries and different shot selection for different times in the fight. We all drilled it.
And how hard was it for you to not, like, obviously, because you must have known in that moment, I've dropped him, but I'm a massive underdog, I need to take him out. Most people would be thinking, right, he's going to go for the finish here, but you didn't. You kind of stayed calm, and the fight went on for a few more rounds, and obviously MICK come back into the fight as well. So was that because of instructions, or what kind of made you be so composed in that moment?
Just experience. I think the experience that I've had now, I've had fights before where I've hurt someone and emptied the tank and thought, oh, I need to take my time here now. So when I boxed Ryan Dore for the Commonwealth, I hurt him bad in the 4th round, and I emptied the tank. It took me 2 rounds of just picking my way through it and winning the rounds, doing as little as possible to get a second win to stop him in the 7th. So it's just experience that you grow through these different fights. So I wasn't worried about losing the rounds. I knew I'd get him, because once you've hurt someone once, you know you can get him again. You've got to set it up. And when Mick was coming back into the fight, I wanted that, because I knew he was having to fight hard to keep me off and fight hard to come back into the fight, because I felt like I won the 1st round, dropped him in the 2nd. That was a 10-8. So after 2 rounds, I was 3 rounds up in my eyes. So, you know, I wanted him to fight hard. I tucked up, I let him unload, and you know, he felt weak as a kitten. He didn't have no power to trouble me, so I felt very comfortable in there. And then obviously the finish come in the 7th.
And you know, in that fight, a lot was made up of yours and Mick's mentality, because you both were coming off like really bad knockout losses. Obviously, when you're in fight week, you're not really going to be too open about it. But now I'm hoping you can just be, just tell us openly, like, what did that play a part in your mind at all? You know, the fact that, you know, the Kiko Martinez fight on your part was, you know, such a devastating loss. Did you have any demons in that fight at all?
Not at all. I didn't give it a second thought. You know, it's boxing. Sometimes you get splashed, especially when you're fighting a massive puncher and two-weight world champion. You know, you learn from your losses, and I was confident in my preparation. I was confident in the development after the Kiko fight to put into practice for this fight. So, you know, that's what I was just focused on the job. I was just dead focused. Whether he had demons or not, I'm not sure. But, you know, both times I've lost, I've been stopped to my feet. Both times he's lost, he's been knocked out cold. I've never been knocked out cold.
Fair play to you. And then obviously with the win, obviously comes success, and people obviously crediting you for your win. But what I noticed a lot in your win was everyone was running the narrative that, you know, Michael Conlan's shot. You know, you won that fight because his punch resistance is gone. So just tell me, when you're seeing people say that, you know, what are you thinking?
I mean, everyone's got an opinion. It doesn't matter what I think of their opinions. What matters is what's next and what happened in the fight. I don't think he shot. I think I caught him with a heavy shot in the 2nd. I don't think he recovered. I thought maybe he was fighting off instinct for a couple of rounds, and you know, I had to be patient and get him again. And that's how I see it. I don't think he's shot. I think he can come back and be in big fights still, because he sells out arenas and he'll make plenty of money. But yeah, all the best to him. If he wants a rematch, I'll give it to him.
Does it disappoint you with boxing? Because, like, on paper, both of you moved up in weight. So normally when people say boxers are shot, it's associated with dehydrating and maybe going down in weight, etc. But both of you came up in weight. I think he's gone up 2 weights from where he was fighting as an amateur. So, and obviously you've gone up quite a bit as well. So surely that rules out punch resistance. And then ultimately it came down to, like you said there, that first shot was maybe that good. Why do you think boxing is so critical like that, where when fighters get such a good win, when you're like such a wide underdog, the spin has to be different?
I don't know. I think maybe just negative mentality. You know, everyone looks at the glass half full, half empty, rather than half full. And people are quick to criticise or, you know, not give you the credit you deserve. But that's just life and sport, and boxing especially. You know, there's so much focus on winning in boxing, because it's not like football where Manchester United might get beat 1 week, but, you know, they get another opportunity in another couple of days. You know, they play. The boxing's like no other sport, where the ratio of practice to competition is so few and far between. Like, these footballers are trained 2-3 times a week, and then they play twice a week. Boxing, I was out for 13 months before I fought Conan, so it's a long time. It's a long time, so you know that you're going to be judged heavily all on that performance, and people don't see everything that leads up to it.
The interesting thing is, like, if Michael beat you, they probably would have said that you was shot and you've been inactive. That's the craziest thing.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I was inactive, and just put it into practice and got the job done. So yeah, I'm sure maybe Mike will be back. I know a lot of people are calling for retirement for him, because he's achieved a lot in the sport, and well, it's up to him, isn't it?
And then the other thing I want to touch on is obviously it depends how much you want to talk about it. I know you, in the post-fight interview, you kind of shocked everyone, and you spoke about your personal experiences in last year, which obviously it kind of blew everyone away. How difficult was it for you to kind of, say that in such a public forum?
Do you know what? When nothing's difficult when you've just had a fight like that, and it just come like I never planned to say what I said, but I thought when you're given a platform, sometimes you have to share how hard it's been to get to that point, and I thought maybe that was the time. And a lot of people have reached out to me. A lot of people have said, you've helped me a lot. I'm going through the same thing, this and that, and yeah, I thought it was an important message to get out, just to show people it's not just been 13 months out. It's not just been coming off a loss. It's not just been changing trainers and having my first camp with these guys. It was more than that.
You must have seen the interview that your ex-coach Dave Caldwell did, where he broke down in tears, and that probably kind of showed. I've known you for like 10 plus years as well, so the kind of maybe person you are, the kind of impact you probably left with him, for him to feel like that after watching that interview.
Yeah, it's tough to see him upset, and he's like he was one of the people that reached out and said, "Oh, if you ever need anything, just let me know." And what people don't understand is when you feel like that, you don't want to talk to anyone, do you? So.
And most importantly, how are you now? You're on a high, so just tell me how you are now and what's ahead for you.
Buzzing, just half tired from first week back of training, but I feel refreshed and recharged, ready for a big year. 2024, I think, is going to be my year. I want a world title shot. I might have to fight before I get a shot, looking at the title situation, but I'm here, I'm ready to fight. I've just boxed Michael Conlan in Belfast. I've shown that I'm willing to fight anyone, and I feel comfortable at this weight. I feel like moving up to super feather has just given me just a new lease of life. I was a shot fighter at featherweight. I was a shot probably for the last 3 years. I've just been sort of managing, or barely managing, and now I feel this is me in my prime. I feel strong. I feel like I've got my man strength. I feel like I've been a late developer, and I'm ready to go.
Good man, Jordan. Any last words to your fans or people who have obviously backed you from day one?
Keep backing me, and thanks for the support. Keep watching Box King Media, and have a good 2024.
Jordan and Gill, thank you for your time, man. Appreciate it.